Is it? No, it wouldn't quite be 2,000 kilometres, but it'd be 1,800 plus, folks. 1,800 plus, huge wave. But the man who'll love it, he's from Germany originally, Patrick Nussbaum, and Patrick, one of the real characters of our sport. So courtesy of Doc 2 Wheels Pirelli, Sports Valve Tektronix and Whites on the Kawasaki ZX10, which is now out to 1,109cc. So look for Patrick. He's back a little further, but still in a good race position, I'm sure. All right, so looking out there for the 411. Where are we? 411 to watch of Gordon Wilcox. We're going to take the 44 then of Shane Brammer in here, and the 24 there of Jeremy Holmes. Jeremy Holmes third place. He's got third place in both of his classes qualified today, and it is back, folks. It is back. The Moriwaki Honda right here for us. The ex-Gary Jamieson bike now in the very good hands of Jeremy Holmes. So the Moriwaki Honda now in the hands of local Southland Honda man Jeremy Holmes. So nice work as Jeremy gets the just looks up to the start. Red flag still being held out. Well, a clear run for our riders. They get away. Gordon Wilcox, Shane Brammer, Jeremy Holmes, along with Glenn Strawn. Somebody who wasn't ready starts in what we call pit lane. So effectively, you're given a one-lap warm-up. The words are, if you're not on the track before the lead rider hits Castrol, then you start in the pit lane. And a lot of people complain about that, but if you wait for everybody in a race, then they'll all start to be late because they'll all want the last-minute opportunity to have the tyre warmers on or just have that last bit of drink or getting their hot leathers on this warmer day. So any of the excuses, but none of them are tolerated. So you get the handicap by having to start in pit lane after the others. In hindsight, I may have wondered whether that was the case for one of our other late starters who we didn't see get off the line. I gave him credit maybe for a missed start, but it may have in fact been missing at the start. So there you go. Gordon Wilcox, Shane Brammer, Jeremy Holmes. Look for Jeremy Holmes on this beautiful bike. Yes, indeed. Post-classic racing with the legendary number 24 on the Moriwaki Monster. 750, the Southland Honda, baby. And Jeremy Holmes put the new clutch on board and all of a sudden starting to go much better. So looking out for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's back a little bit at the moment, so Jeremy won't be happy with that. Not a good start, so he's got some work to make up for. Wasn't sixth place, he's already got to fifth. Kevin Goddard in front of him, 148. Excuse me, you can't have that happening. And he's on a TZ 250 here today, so good on you, Kev. The all-round nice guy, Mr. Race Supplies on a Yamaha TZ 250. So Kev Goddard there from Dunedin. So good on you, Kev. Nice work, nice work. Keen to watch him. He'll be out of our Fuji Xerox Post-Classic Pre-1995 group. The MP Engineering Pre-89 Open, which will be a good one to see. Wow, I'll tell you what, that Pre-95, it's starting to extend the post-classic category to get up to 1995. After all, folks, we're still talking about 24 years ago, so it's not as if they're the latest and greatest, and seeing some of those other bikes, like the 94 TZ250 having its place in the field, so good work. The MP Engineering Pre-89 Open out there. Jamie coming out again on the Ducati, we understand, in the entry lineup. All right, so Shane Brammer, is he there? Yes, the 44 is there. 411, Gordon Wilcox. Now looking back to 324, that's better. 3 all the way, Glenn Strawn. So good on you, Glenn. Nice to see Glenn Strawn out of Invercargill in that beautiful Yamaha FZR 1000, courtesy of Pro Storage and Moving. So a lovely FZR 1000, fantastic bike of their era, that's for sure. 1989, the heyday of our junior and senior production racing in New Zealand, when these bikes were on the racetracks. Yamaha FZR up against Suzuki GSXR, up against Honda CBR. The list went on. Some fantastic bikes of that era And of course, two noticeable FZR pilots that we can recall are the likes of Tony Rees, who's here competing today, and also, of course, Aaron Slight, who was both very successful on their respective FZR. So neat to see our post-classic pre-89 and a post-classic pre-95, courtesy of MPE and Fuji Xerox. As we go racing at the moment, Shane Brammer, Gordon Wilcox, Glenn Strawn, keeping an eye on Jeremy Holmes. Can Jeremy cut his way through the pack with this group? I'm sure he's got the ability to do so on that 83 model bike. Shane, Gordon, there we go. Now the gap, who's it going to be? Oh, it's a 1-2. I tell you what, Jeremy's got his work cut out, getting better and better on this Moriwaki all the time. May just have one of those. He's peeling into the loop. I think he might have that third or second place in that trio. So there we go. We've got our fight out in front. They're clearly our top two front runners. 1-2, then a gap back. 3, 4, 5, oh so quickly as they peel out of the loop and come down towards Castro once again. And looking out there for Jeremy. Has he got the advantage? Oh, he was just shuffled in there. Oh, very lucky. Now he's going to power his way out through the Macaulay S's. Yes, nice riding. And Jeremy Holmes claims some glory through there in the fight. He's moved up to third place. So we've got Kev Goddard in that trio as well. Haven't spotted the little TZ, but Kev will be certainly a hot racer. We know of his pedigree on the Yamaha TZ 250, courtesy of Race Supplies. Kev Goddard. Kev to go for it now and amongst them, but the Moriwaki, 24 further back, still seem to keen to watch that battle between Shane and Gordon. Up going pretty hot for it. There they are, 44, 4-1-1. Both out there in flying good form. Both of those guys here at the drags the other day, and here we are, 1, 2, and 3. The little number 3 of Glenn Strawn up there. It's nice work by Glenn. The 148 then of Kev Goddard on the TZ 250. Now the TZ 250, fire-breathing little 250 Grand Prix bikes. So great to see the heritage of some of those bikes. A 1994 bike as well. Now the front runner is starting to gain up with the others as the Moriwaki gets on the tail. Oh, he's going to go outside this time. Outside to peel him back. Great work. Oh, so one place through Macaulay S as he goes inside. On the next lap, he's going outside because he's got a great battle there with the number 3 of Glenn Strawn, who's on that big Yamaha FZR 1000. So 1989 bike, of course, up against the 1983. Unfortunately, the Moriwaki in 83, our eras of racing, of course, go 82 and jump to 89. So an 83 bike is 6 years off the technology of an 89 bike. A lot happened in those 6 years in the development of motorcycles. And the 83, man, if it had just been a year or two earlier to be amongst the others, would have been more at home. So there you have it. Checkered flag, good work, he made it. Yes, he got there. So Jeremy gets that third spot. So Shane Brammer gets the number 1. Good work by Shane. Second place goes to Gordon Wilcox from Christchurch. Third place to local man Jeremy Holmes. Loved his work there. He gets the third. Fourth place goes to Glenn Strawn. And then, of course, we drop over to fifth place to Kevin Goddard. So that's actually first in our pre-89 post-classics as well. So good work there on that little 250 from Kevin Goddard. Patrick, he gets the, what will be fifth place in the big field of the pre-89 Opens as well. Others out there have included John Hum, Brian Stevens, Andrew Strawn, Noel Petlowski, ahead of local man John Rawcliffe. He was, of course, a winner up on the hill climb in his class on Thursday. Mark Frederick, of course, a hot man in the local drags here on Thursday night, with Shane Hildred against Hayden Scorridge, Greg Partridge and Graham McNabb. Just some of our heroes on board with some great post-classic racing. So there you go, pre-89, pre-95. That effectively is race number 5 on our program. Coming up next, folks, the one you've been waiting for, Formula 1, Formula 2. They are this year for the first time a split. They've been combined as one class in years gone by, so they are 7 lap leap. Coming up, race number 6, Formula 1 will be super fast and super exciting with some creme de la creme riders here this year, courtesy of Top Cars and Commercials. Huge thanks to John with his support of the event and with our transport while here in Southland. Love it on board. Top Cars and Commercials, always some classy vehicles this year to have the privilege of a Holden in the Captiva, and a quality SUV. It was interesting, a number of years ago I put my wife in an SUV, and I've been very pleased with that, because of course they're much safer than the average car on the road these days. When you see that ad on the TV now too, when the car salesmen are talking about the fact that we'll know what will happen for side impact, know what will happen if you have a front on, it's a very real ad, and certainly one to note, and John will explain all of that to you as well. The most honest car salesman you'll find right here in beautiful Invercargill on Clyde Street, just down opposite Moto South, Top Cars and Commercials.